Anthony Carr, and before I say anything more about the great late Jacqueline Stallone, I'd like to extend from my mother and myself our most heartfelt condolences and sympathies to Stephen, her husband, to Frank, her son, and Sylvester, and to Tommy, and to her grandchildren. I'm profoundly sad. Jackie's gone, and my heart is just breaking. It's just breaking. Jackie and I were close friends for many years. We traveled the world. We did shows together. We were like the Abbott and Costello of the psychic field. And we met in Toronto on the Shirley Show.
And there was Johnny Mathis and myself and some nitwit date that I had for the night. And this poor guy, anyone else, he sang his heart out. No one cared. And I thought, how pathetic it would have been me. I'd have run out in the street and never sang again in my life. But see where he is today. He has tremendous humility. He deserves
All right, he's a great
break.
Star.
Yes, he is.
Johnny Mathis will probably come out of the closet next year.
He's already come out.
Oh, has he?
He did, yes. He talked about his homosexuality.
One thing about predicting the past, 100%.
He's got a hot
Yeah, Johnny Mathis came out about his homosexuality, actually, I think, in the past year.
Does that mean he stays home and has sex?
No,
It means he does it in the closet.
I was just trying to think of some of the other shows we did. We did Fox News right out of New York, where they have the giant jumbotron in the middle of Times Square, and we were doing Rumpology. Well, Rumpology, now that was a whole other story. I mean, we were sitting around in her place, and we're trying to come up with ideas to get some promotion, because let's face it, everybody in show business is a big ham. And Jacqueline and I are no different, so we're publicity hounds. So I said, well, what else can we do? We've read palms. I said, we've read the soles of the feet. We've done phrenology, reading the bumps on the head. I said, the only thing we haven't done is read people's asses. And suddenly she says, that's it. That's it. I said, what do you mean that's it? That's what we'll do. We'll start reading bums. I said, don't be ridiculous. I mean, who's going to take an interest in such a thing? Little did I know, right? Everybody.
All right. My next guest calls himself the most documented psychic in the world. I don't know what that means, but he's a good friend of hers, and that's good enough for me. Please welcome Anthony Carr. What about some of the predictions you've made that came true? Tell me a couple of things. In general? Yeah.
Well, more recently was the prediction. I'm a nervous wreck today. I didn't sleep well on the plane. I'm tired. I'm neurotic, but then every good psychic is a neurotic.
Every psychic is out of their mind.
Well, that's true, because and that's why we're so lovable. So, and you know that, eh?
Hello, Jacqueline. Hello, Anthony.
Hi.
How are you? What, are you kidding? Wise guy?
Jacqueline, how long have you known Anthony?
How long have I known Anthony? Believe it or not, I think about 7 years. I met Anthony Carr. I had to come up and do a TV show. It was a psychic and astrology TV show. And we sort of locked horns because I am very positive and he's very negative. So if I said it's blue, he'd say, no, it's red. And so we almost came to lock. You did so.
Tonight on the Howard Stern Radio Show.
Now, just a minute. I'll have something for you. If you don't want to sit, I've got copy machines. Do it? You can watercolor it and sit on a piece of paper. But I bought the most famous.
You will not look at our naked asses.
No, I will not. Yes, but Anthony Carr will. Anthony Carr is the most famous ass aura reader worldwide. He's written up a newspaper.
But can I tell you the truth? What? I think it's a bit wacky. To say that you could look at somebody's ass and tell them.
Well, look at.
Do you read the cheeks or do you peer into the sphincter?
Bill, you want your butt read? I'd like to learn a little bit about myself.
All right, go ahead. Read your. Let me see.
Joining me now, two guests. Very happy to have them with us today. You may know her as the mother of one of Hollywood's greatest action stars, but Jacqueline Stallone is also known as an astrologer and a rumpologist. She is the author of Star Power, and she's joined by Anthony Carr, the world's most documented psychic. Thank you very much for joining us this
What
afternoon.
an introduction.
For those who
Thanks,
don't know, and I've seen a little bit of what you've done, Rumpology. Tell me what it is.
For instance, if you care to stand up and turn around Todd,
Sure.
he'll read the aura of your rear end.
Through my clothes?
Right, yeah, he
Can we
can.
do
I
that?
can-
Do we have
Why
the
not?
camera shot to do that?
Well,
Why not?
You literally have to
There's
get
my
a,
rump.
What do you see? Now, tell them what you see.
you literally have to get a little behind in your work, and we're going to keep your posterior for posterity. Remember that.
All right.
This is The Daily Show with Jon Stewart.
Two trailblazers predict a big future for butt psychics.
What's next for Rumpology?
It's going to catch on big like wildfire.
Is it already big in Canada?
It's big in Canada.
Big in Europe.
And until Rumpology catches on here, Americans will just have to sit and wait.
So, anyway, the last time I was up at the Sylvester's house with Jacqueline, it was a few years back. These were we were doing some palm readings, so we, walked around, sat around his mansion, which takes about 3 days to get around all the property. So this is Jacqueline was taking this picture of the two of us, and somehow or other, she managed to get in between the two of us and Stephen, her husband, Stephen Levine, Dr. Stephen Levine. He took this shot, and then we're sitting around. I brought out my tarot cards, and we started reading across this table, which very difficult to lean across a table that's about 12 feet square to read tarot cards, but somehow we managed to do it. And then we took a break, and we were looking out the front yard where he was busy having the property redecorated or refurbished or landscaped, and they're just lowering an exact replica of the statue of David as found in Rome, and also an exact replica of the Trevi fountain in his front yard. So we were looking at that and then deciding whether we should go and take a swim in his pool where we could each stand there and oppose each other. As you can see, we're both wearing muscle shirts or tank tops. And that's where we're getting seriously into doing the readings. And Jacqueline was taking the pictures, and that's another shot of it. And then Jacqueline was a very, very, very good tarot card reader as well. And I went over a bunch of stuff with her, but as far as palmistry, and taught her quite a few intricacies of the science of chiral psychology, or study of the mind through the hand. She in turn was a brilliant astrologer and probably the best in the world. And believe me, I've been all over the world, all around the world. I met the very best top astrologers, and nobody, she came second to none. She really knew her stuff, let me tell you. She's the only one who actually predicted Trump would win. When my mother was close to death in the hospital last year, Jackie called her several times, and my mother perked up right away, and it gave her the incentive to keep going. And in my estimation, if it weren't for Jackie, my mother would not have made it. In my opinion, Jacqueline saved her life. My mother, again, she summed it up last night as only she could do it, and she said that I feel like I've lost a close relative. And don't we all? God bless her soul. And she was so generous and so good to people, every way, shape, and form, emotionally, financially. And if the gates of heaven are not flung wide open for Jacqueline Stallone, then nobody deserves to go to heaven.